You know that feeling, right? You're standing in a supermarket aisle just staring at a product and you feel totally lost. Between all the eco-friendly claims, the all-natural promises, and that teeny tiny expiration date, you feel like you need a PhD just to go shopping. Well, today, we're going to decode all that confusion. Let me just hit you with a number. 350,000 tons. That's how much perfectly good food gets thrown out in the UK every single year, just because of confusing use by and best before dates. We're talking about £1 billion worth of food going straight in the trash, and it gets even crazier. Let's say you want to do the right thing, make a sustainable choice. Well, good luck. You're up against 455 different eco-labels on products all over the world. It's been called the Wild West of green claims, a total jungle of logos that just leaves you more confused than when you started. So this all leads to the big question, right? Why is this all so ridiculously baffling? And if a company actually wanted to be honest, to cut through all the marketing spin, what would that even look like? You see, this confusion isn't just a minor annoyance. It has real, tangible consequences. It leads us to waste so much more and to make choices that we think are green but maybe aren't. But what if there was a way out of this mess? Well, there's a framework out there called Future Fit, and it lays out a really clear ambition for honesty. It's like a blueprint for cutting through all that greenwashing nonsense. The idea at its heart is actually pretty simple. A truly future-fit company completely changes its goal. It's not just about selling you something anymore. It's about helping you make responsible choices through the product's entire life, from the moment you think about buying it to how you use it, and even what you do with it when you're done. And this big ambition, it really just boils down to 3 common sense rules. 1, tell people about any of the bad stuff, any risks. 2, don't lie or exaggerate about the good stuff. And 3, be decent about who you're trying to sell to. I mean, sounds simple enough, doesn't it? Okay, so having an ambition is great, but how do we actually put it into action? Well, we can take that big idea and distill it down into a super practical checklist that really anyone can use to see if a company is truly walking the talk. Think of this as your new superpower. 5 simple but powerful questions. Number 1, is the information actually easy to understand for a normal person? 2, does it give me the whole story before I spend my money? 3, does it show me how to use the thing safely and properly? 4, does it tell me what the heck to do with it when I'm finished? And 5, does this all feel like it's part of a clear, honest plan? Now, here's where it gets really cool. With this checklist in our hands, we can actually give a company an honesty score. Let's walk through a quick example to see how it works. All right, let's invent a company for a second. We'll call it Acme Incorporated, and they sell lemonade. I promise this super simple example is going to make the whole scoring thing crystal clear. So, ACME sells its lemonade in 2 kinds of bottles, glass and plastic. Now, the glass bottle is fantastic. It's got clear nutrition info, tells you exactly how to recycle it, the whole shebang. The plastic bottle has the same info, but, and this is a big but, it has a hidden issue. It's not safe if you leave it in the sun too long, and ACME kind of forgets to mention that part. So how do they score on our checklist? Well, the glass bottle gets a perfect 100%. Easy. It passes all 5 points with flying colors. But the plastic bottle, it gets a 75%. And why the deduction? Because by hiding that safety risk, it completely fails on a crucial point, guiding you on how to use it properly. And now for the final piece of the puzzle. Let's say ACME sells way more of those flawed plastic bottles than the perfect glass ones. Well, the framework calculates a final honesty score for the entire company, and it does that by weighting each product score by how much money it brings in. In this case, ACME Inc. gets an overall score of 85%. It's not terrible, but that number shines a big, bright spotlight on exactly where they need to do better. Which brings us to the most important part of all of this, your power. This framework isn't just some boring report card for companies. No way. It's a whole new lens for you to see through the clutter and hold these brands accountable. Here is the key takeaway. You are no longer just a passive shopper swimming in a sea of confusing labels. Armed with this simple checklist, you can finally Finally, spot the difference between a company being genuinely helpful and one that's just, greenwashing. So, I'll leave you with this challenge. Right now, wherever you are, just pick up one product near you. Your coffee mug, your phone, maybe a snack. Look at its packaging or go to the company website. Run it through that 5-point checklist in your head. What is it telling you? And maybe more importantly, what might it be hiding?